This is it, folks. You have reached to the most rewarding part of this series. You will be creating a final usable dashboard in next 30 minutes. Most importantly, you will learn some dashboarding techniques, which is very important skill to acquire. Do you know, in this session, you will also get a deeper understanding of HR domain by knowing how these metrics matter to them. All right, let's just get started with our dashboarding.
Okay, so this is like I said, this is where we get a bit it's exciting thing to do. We will create the dashboard now. Okay, so we wanted to, at the top level, we want to understand the presence percentage, and we want to understand the work from home preference for people, which is like basically the percentage of time people are working from home. Okay, so to create that, I'm going to create a new measure. I'm going to call it work from home percentage. And I'm going to say divide work from home count. So this one, we are not going to divide this with the total working days. We are going to divide this with the total present days. Because you want to know out of 10 days when a person is present, how many days that person is working from home. Like if the answer is 20%, it means out of 10 days, 2 days the person is working from home. So the reason why I'm going to, as you can learn most of the things from the syntax itself. So the reason why add 0 is an alternate result. For example, whenever there is no result, you will get 0. You will not be thrown an error. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. The easiest way in Power BI is like just copy paste the visual. Like copy this visual and you click this option, you replace this visual here. So you don't have to redo it. And I'm changing this to percentage. So what we understand from here is like, so on a given day, if you have 100 people working in your company, 15 people will be working from home. That's the insight that you can get. This is for the entire month of June.
Can we look at other months? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. May is 11%.
That's
okay. This is a pretty good insight, basically, because this is real data, right? And as an Atlic co-founder, now I'm getting insight that in June, the percentage of people working from home is higher compared to April. I'm also noticing one other thing in real time, which is this presence percentage can help us build a proper schedule for our releases for clients. Usually in the Diwali months, right, which is October, November, more people are absent. So let's say if we have these insights, then when we take up projects from client, we will say, and if they have some release schedule around that month, we can tell them that, look, we have around 70% people absent in these months. Hence, we can do our release planning properly. Correct? Now, as such, you can use common sense. Look, Diwali comes in October, November, and most of you see like 30 to 40% people, they take long, like few days of time off, right? So you can plan things according to that general knowledge, but there are some seasonal behaviors, which is, let's say if significant percentage of our population is from Patel community, they have this marriage and wedding season right from December all the way to till 15 January. And those trends can be captured in this dashboard, right? And then we can have these like hot zones where more people are absent during the time of the year, and we will do our release planning, client like software release planning according to that.
Okay, so after presence percentage, work from home percentage, you also wanted to understand if there is anything like COVID spreading. You want to understand the sick leave percentage as well. So I need to do the same thing what I did for work from home, right? I'm simply going to copy this formula. So it's all about reusing what you build and trying to, like get the best. I'm creating a new column now. Okay, instead of saying work from home, I'm going to change this to SL. And do we also have half sick leave? Correct?
Yes, absolutely. HSL.
Okay. HSL. Perfect. So this is going to be SL count, which is sick leave count. So let's check if it is correct. Select SL should be 1. And if I select half sick leave, it should be 0.5. Perfect.
Yes.
That's working well. And again, I'm going to come here and copy this formula. And I'm going to change this to SL count. And this is going to be SL count. So everything else is the same. And copy the formula again. Instead of work from home percentage, you create a sick leave percentage.
And just for the viewers, what Hemanan is doing right now is he's creating new measures in DAX. So DAX is a query expression language which in Power BI, and you can use these measures, which are very useful when you are building the actual visual and the dashboard.
Yeah. So for the sick leave percentage, I think you need to understand the sick leave based on the total working days, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Now we use the divide function here. You can use this general divide operator, but this is a safe operation if you have divide by 0 situation, which is undefined operation in mathematics. So whatever, if you have divide by 0 situation, it will give you a 0 value, which is a third parameter in this divide function.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this visual again and put the sick leave percentage and change this to percentage. Okay, sick leave percentage is very not really, like significant, which is good. So
yes, only 1.10% in the month of June.
Yeah. See, there are two ways you can look at the sick leave, right? You want to know out of all the leaves people take, what is the percentage of sick leave in that? Right? That is one way of looking at that. And the other way of looking at that is, out of the total working days, what is the percentage of sick leave in that? So I have done the second one now. But if you wanted to do the first one, we need to do different calculation. But since you want to understand, like the pattern of sick leave and all those things, I think this is the measure we need to use.
Yeah, this is okay.
Okay. So for someone who's learning dashboarding, I would say always keep the most important thing that you want to see in the top left, right? And because we tend to write from left to right, but there are some nations which write from right to left, so they would do the opposite. But for us, in India especially, and most countries, they write from left to right. So we keep the most important things on the top left, so that immediately draws your attention. That's where you see immediately. You naturally look there. And okay, I'm gonna reduce the value a little bit. Category label and the callout value as well. Maybe make it 22. Okay. I think this is still fine. So now first thing, the way of building a dashboard is now you have seen the dashboard, right? You have this inside 14.2% work from home. If you want to ask why, you want to understand, who's doing work from home. Like perhaps you want to understand which day most people do work from home. So I'm going to add an underlying data now, which will help you with the why, right? And let's say that I'm going to add a table now, a simple table, and it's a table visual that you can see, select from the visualizations. And I'm going to drag the name here, so which will give you all the names. And maybe I will add all the top metrics there. So you see the same thing that you see in the top by employees now.
Okay.
Percentage, and you have the work from home percentage, and you have the sick leave percentage. So by employee, you have all this metrics now. So maybe you have 100% work from home roles. So you have that, people working 100% work from home, people working 63% work from home, 46% work from home. Like half of the time they are working from home in June. And if you want to understand what's the pattern, in other months, we can do that. We're going to do that shortly. And so this insights, I'm going to keep it here. So in the top area, I would recommend to keep your, company's logo. That kind of helps you with the branding. And we can also enter the name of the dashboard. I think it's you want to call it like presence insights.
Yep.
Can you call that? So what's your favorite color, Pinali?
Yellow.
Yellow? Okay. Okay. The presence is hopefully, I think it's hopefully present. Okay.
That's my favorite color too, Pinali.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Yes, I love yellow.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to make it like a bit minimal. So here you can see, the presence percentage. If you just click this value, it kind of sorts from ascending to descending. And if you click again, it sorts from descending to ascending. So, and you can see here, like somebody who's present 40%, 60%. Maybe you can think about it, like why, this can be the correct number. Maybe they have some paid leaves, or maybe they might have left the company, right? That's, I don't know, like whatever the thing that is. So you can, this will help you quickly to have the insights with the people. And so let's say a particular person, this Giovanni Pope, is percent only 66%. Now you want to have further insights, right? You want to see the attendance sheet of the person. So that's what I'm going to add in the bottom now. I'm going to add the entire attendance sheet in the bottom.
Okay.
So basically I copied the visual, and here I'm going to change this visual to matrix, rather a table. Correct? And I will remove all these values because we want attendance sheet. I'm going to put the value in the values, which is the one that we got from the attendance. And I'm going to put the date, the days, not the month, in the columns. So there you go. So if you want to understand more about Giovanni Pope, you click Giovanni Pope, you see the full sheet, full data. You understand, you see, the data starting from 1st of June, you understand, okay. Right. And if you want to understand about Rodrigo, you select the data, you see that, you get more insights, the granular insights. So if you had to look into each of the person on the Excel sheet, I think that's the reason why you want to create this dashboard. You want to narrow down to the areas which you want to focus more.
This is pretty interesting. Can we look at someone who is 100% absent? I want to figure out if that is because maybe they left the company. This is for June, right? Let's say they left the company on 5th June, and last few days, let's say they were absent. Is it that, or is it some other reason?
Okay, so let's check this first one, right? 0% presence.
0%, sorry, yeah, not 100%, but 0% presence, yes.
Yeah, so 0% present, Ian Atkins, and so it's sick leave, work from home. What is this HLWP?
Leave without pay. when
Okay.
they don't have the balance.
Okay, got it. So it's right. The data, what it's showing is right. So
Okay.
it's finally there might be something that you want to analyze on this, understand on this. Maybe you already know about this. You can, yeah,
Right.
that will help you further. In case you don't know about this, then it helps you already because this came to your this came to your attention. If you know about this, that's
Right.
fine. Yeah, so you can do all these things here. You can ask more whys and get to the granular level of data. But you know what you would still need a trend, right? Because here you can't click every time for a particular person and then like find this thing. You need an overall trend for each of this insights, for the presence insights, work from home insights, and the sick leave percentage. Do you think do you think that will help you? I can add this to the right.
I think this is perfectly fine for now.
Okay.
I mean, I would definitely like to see the trend because I spotted the trend by looking at individual months that, okay, work from home is kind of going up, but that's like, I have to individually spot it. If you can, maybe can you draw like some visual, some line chart, something that can show me the trend?
Yeah. I'm gonna create okay, let me take a line chart. And so it's going to be really easy because we already have the metrics. So I'm going to put the sick leave, no, I think presence percentage, right? Presence percentage here. Okay, first I'm going to see the table and then I will change to a visual. So presence percentage, and I want to see this by dates, correct? Every day or month? I think days will be better.
Yeah.
Days will give me a better trend. So I've got this as a table now. So I can easily change this to any chart I want. For example, I want to change this to, like column chart or maybe area chart. And you see, the reason why we get this more like a sine wave is because, why is that? Okay, it's 6th June. Yeah, it's weekends. Okay, correct. Yeah, it's after every 5 entries we get it. Yeah, it's a weekend. So what we can do is that there is a very easy option to do this. I can go to the value here and I can apply the filter on all the pages and I can remove the weekends. I think the weekends are denominated or mentioned by week. I'll take this out. So you see now the curve is better.
Yep, this is much better. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would also like to add a trend line here. So you understand the overall trend. So I'm just wondering why there is a big drop here, 50% presence. That doesn't look correct to me. 27 June, 24 June.
27 June, okay. Was there some event or something?
I think there's something wrong because we have, today is 26 June and we have data until 30th June. That's not correct. Let me check the Excel file once, until which date we have the data. Because I think I received the Pinali's email like 3 or 4 days ago. Okay.
Oh, so the sheet is still 30 June, but there are blank cells.
There is no data. Okay. So there are blank cells. So what we can do with this situation is that, so we can apply a filter. Ideally, you can apply a filter here saying that your date should be either today or tomorrow because we are going to update this sheet on a daily basis, right? So you can do that. Like you can go here and say advanced filtering, or no, sorry, relative date, and you say is in the last, let's say 365 days, which also includes today. So it won't take all the future dates. That's the filter you need to apply. But since we know that we have the data only until 19th of June, I'm gonna use a, like a hard filter just for this case, just for the analysis case, but we need to change this. So I'm going to say it's on or before 19/06/2022, or I will just use the date bigger. It's better.
This is so amazing. I did not know Power BI has all these capabilities. Usually you will use the last 365 days if your data is up to date.
Yeah.
It's pretty
just
powerful.
To double check. Okay. I have data until 17th of June. Okay, I'm going to say 17th of June. Okay, it's much better. Okay, so I think adding a trend line would help, so you understand the trend better. And I'm not really caring. I'm not really concerned about the y-axis. Because I don't want to display I don't think it makes, I think you just want to understand the trend, right? With these pointers.
Can you unselect June 22? Can you see like monthly? I want to see a trend for last 3 months.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
We can see that the presence is slightly declining.
Declining.
Slightly.
There might be
It's
some
declining trend.
seasonality.
Yeah.
Yes, some event, like some seasonality to it.
Yes.
I don't know. We need to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is presence by date. So now, for me, it's going to be very easy to duplicate the rest of the stuff, to create the rest of the stuff, I mean. So I'm going to copy paste this and change this to work from home percentage. It's kind of increasing trend. And just to make a differentiation, I'm thinking to change the color. So in order to activate this box, like if you just look at there, you won't find the box. So in order to activate the box, you need to select a visual and then see, then you have the settings and all the stuff. So under colors, you can change this. I don't know.
Pinali, yeah, if you have a question, you can unmute, and remaining time you can stay muted, because I was hearing some audio disturbances. So yeah, if you want to speak, you can unmute.
Okay. So, and the last one should be the SL percentage. I think we almost got our dashboard ready. So,
this is so nice. I like this whole copy paste thing. Like it takes time to build some initial visuals, but after that, it's just pretty much copy paste.
Yeah, I love the dashboarding part, because it's the time, it's where you get the things completed really fast, and the most amount of time is spent in data cleaning, as you know, and dashboarding is really cool.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
Yeah, Pinali must be happy seeing some charts and visuals rather than looking at those big Excel files with numbers, right?
Right.
Yes. I really agree that. Okay.
So see, I already spot some insight that as June month is approaching, starting from April, presence percentage is declining, percentage people working from home is increasing, right? Sick leaves are kind of a little bit increasing. Maybe it's the summer months, it's a very hot summer months because of that. So now if we have some software releases for our clients around June, now we can, plan those things better. That our capacity is kind of lower compared to other months during this June month. So we do our release planning accordingly.
Yes, that's true. Okay. And so you see that the trends increasing and decreasing. That's really cool. And maybe we can add more insights to this. And I'm thinking one more quick insight, which I think we also discussed, is that do you wish to see the numbers here? Like I can add the data labels. Does it add any value? I think so, right? If you know the numbers, I think that kind of provides you a context. Especially
when you go to what I like to do is I like to go in a focus mode. So can you go in a focus mode for one of the charts? There is especially very useful. See, now you have a big visual with all the numbers.
You see, there is a huge spike here on the work from home. I think probably you can understand it better. One thing that we can do now that will really help you, I believe, is that to understand which days people work from home the most, which days people are present most, are absent most, which day of the week, right? So for that, I am going to add the day of the week here, and this can be done very quickly. So I'm going to add day of week. I think what we need is just change the format of the day that we already have. So we have the day, and I'm going to change the format to this will provide me the day in three-letter format. Yeah, you can see that I have the Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday stuff now. And if I put the day of the week here, and I can add like presence percentage. Can you make a guess which is going to be the day where people are present the most?
Monday, I think. Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday, I think.
Yes, you're correct. People are present the most in Monday.
Yeah, because they're going out or we're taking vacation. They'll take like Thursday, Friday, sometimes Monday also, and they just combine it with the weekend.
Yeah, people are present the most in Monday. And let's say which day people take work from home the most. I think the answer is something we already know. It's going to be Friday, I believe. But just to understand the percentages, it helps. Yeah.
See?
Thursday and Friday, people take most work from homes. Like if you have 100 people working on a particular day, you can expect that 15 people are not there on a given Friday. That's an insight.
So if we are arranging any team building activity, team lunch, etc., maybe we can do it on Monday where most of the people are present.
Yes.
That's a very good insight.
Yeah, and I think this is irrelevant to the day, but still, just to keep the harmony in our dashboarding. Yeah, it's Monday. Okay, I think it's pretty much the same. Doesn't make sense, to check it by the days. Okay, so I think this is almost. This is almost good as a dashboard. I know this is not really looking beautiful. I can make some beautification. You don't have to, I can make some beautification changes and send it to you. But as a skeleton, as a layer, do you have anything more to add here?
No, I think we have covered everything here.
Okay. Everything you need at the moment. But I think after you start using it, you might have more requirements. It's not the case.
So maybe Pinali, you can start using it. And then we can think about enhancements or improvements for the next phase, as you start using it, maybe you'll have more questions and some of the questions will not be answered by the visuals that we have. That was indeed a rewarding session. Here are the key takeaways from that session. Number 1, where to place your most important insights in the dashboard. Number 2, good insight reports should enable the stakeholders to ask more whys. Number 3, copy paste visuals and alter them to boost your productivity. Usually this product is called MVP or minimum viable product, which the stakeholder will use and provide more feedback so that you can build next version of the dashboard. Let's see how our analyst captures the wishlist from stakeholders for further builds in the final session of this series.